I was obsessed with saving money, clipping coupons, buying the cheapest everything, saying no to anything that wasn't essential. And you know what happened? I went broke. Today I'm sharing how my extreme saving mentality actually cost me thousands of dollars. 3 years ago, I decided to get serious about my finances. I read every frugal living blog, joined every dealer hunting forum, and made it my mission to spend as little as possible. I bought the cheapest shoes, the cheapest work clothes, the cheapest furniture. I drove an extra 20 minutes to save 10 cents per gallon on gas. I spent hours each week clipping coupons and comparing prices across 5 different grocery stores. I felt like I was winning. But here's what I didn't realize. My first mistake. I was buying cheap, not buying smart. Those $30 work shoes I was so proud of. They fell apart in 3 months. So I bought another pair. And another. In 1 year, I spent $120 on cheap shoes that hurt my feet. Meanwhile, a coworker bought 1 pair of quality shoes for $150 that lasted her 3 years and looked professional the whole time. She spent $150. I was on track to spend over $400 on garbage. This happened with everything. Cheap kitchen knives that wouldn't cut. A cheap mattress that destroyed my back and had to be replaced in a year. I learned the hard way. There's a massive difference between being cheap and being frugal. My second mistake. I was penny-wise and pound-foolish. I was so focused on small savings that I completely ignored the big picture. For example, I would drive 40 minutes round trip to save $5 on groceries. That's a lot of my time. Plus gas, just to save $5. But while I was obsessing over saving $5 on groceries, I was staying in a job I hated because I was too tired to hunt for a new one. I was ignoring a slow tire leak that eventually caused a blowout and a $400 repair. I was watching the pennies so closely that I lost sight of the dollars walking right out the door. My third mistake, and this is the big one. I developed a scarcity mindset that kept me stuck. I became so afraid of spending money that I couldn't see opportunities. When a $500 certification program came up that could boost my salary by $10,000 a year, I said no. Too expensive. The constant stress of extreme frugality was exhausting. I was miserable, and my relationships suffered because I couldn't spend money on experiences. Eventually, I burned out and went on a spending binge that wiped out 6 months of savings in 2 weeks. All that sacrifice, gone, because I was so restrictive that I snapped. So what changed? I learned to invest in quality for things I use every day. Your shoes, your bed, your work tools. Investments in your well-being. I also learned my time has value. Instead of chasing tiny savings, I started focusing on big wins, like negotiating my salary. And most importantly, I realized a healthy relationship with money isn't about deprivation, it's about intent. Spend freely on what matters and cut ruthlessly on what doesn't. True wealth is about making smart choices that build a better life. Have you ever made a saving money mistake that actually cost you more? Drop it in the comments below. And if this helped you, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.